In this video, we'll be doing a 14-hour shift, only stopping for a Johnny Cash, and after a visit to Greg's and multiple coffees, definitely an Eartha Kitt. Battling through the traffic, dealing with riders, and having the stress of the UK road network, and the agony of not knowing how much money I will earn. So join me on this long shift and see what an Uber driver has to go through to hopefully make a decent wage. Oh yeah, I'm driving a new car. So fasten your seatbelts, sit back, and enjoy the ride. So we're online and we are moving. Starting off on the Wirral today, the Wirral Peninsula. I've done one job for the grand total of £3.73. 14-hour shift ahead of me. It's Friday, and I think it could be the pay weekend because I think it is a pay weekend, the end of the month, isn't it, really? So we'll see what this 14-hour shift brings us. And I've got to be honest with you. I have sort of fallen out of love with this job. And I've fallen out of love with Uber as well. So, and I know some people, I used to love Uber. I used to absolutely love Uber. 8 years now on the platform, and I've been a private hire driver for 25 years. And all of a sudden, I'm no longer enjoying it. All of a sudden, I'm starting to despise it. Now, that is not good. And that is not good for this job because I'm doing 14 hours today and I don't really want to be here. And 14 hours sitting here is an absolute grind. But you've got to ask yourself, why? Is it just because I've done it so long? I'm sick of it? Well, possibly. But I used to love Uber. But Uber's changed. And if you're driving on the platform, you will know that it's changed. The pricing structure has all changed. And the general feeling of Uber used to be great because it just used to be different. But now the Weld and his wife's on Uber, everyone's on Uber now, and it's just made it, I think, not as good. But there's some drivers who are loving it and are smashing it on the platform, but I'm not at the minute. Now that's maybe because I don't like the job, but we'll see. Right, see how today goes. 14 hours. I'm hoping to hit big money today, and if I don't, I'll be very, very upset. Okay, we are an hour and a half in. And I've done 4 jobs. I'm on £30.69, which is not bad for 90 minutes on the road. Only 4 jobs in. One of them, of course, was that reservation, which was for £7. I've bought a new car. What? I've got a new car? Well, a minute ago you told us that you hated the job, you're falling out of love with it, especially Uber, and you've got a new car. Yeah, I know, I've got a new car. I don't know why, just got a new car. So as the video goes on, I will show you and give you a Top Gear style, Jeremy Clarkson style review of my new car. But what is my new car? Well, keep tuned. In the centre of historic Chester, where we are now, I always thought this road was not a road, but it is. It's like as if you're right in the centre, but these roads look like they're not roads, but they are. Frosham Street onto Foregate Street, here in the centre of Chester. So, £36.37 in the pot right now. Just on 2 hours. Just on 2 hours now of time. It's a 14-hour shift, of course, today. And I've started doing something subconsciously, which I never thought I'd actually do. I am now no longer talking to the passengers, and the passengers are now no longer talking to me. Why is that? Because I used to be dead chatty with the passengers, and in the last few weeks I ain't talking to anyone and no one's talking to me. That for me is very, very strange. But is it a sign that maybe my time on this job is coming to an end? What? After 25 years? Who knows? So far it's been quite steady. Moving to a job now, which is only 4 minutes from where I am now, 4 minutes from here. Picking up a rider. It's an £8 job, and we are on 8.6 rating for this rider, and we're going £8, so probably go maybe into Chester, just outside Chester Zoo right now. And yeah, it is moving. Still in the morning time though, still in the morning. This job will take me heading towards 45 quid-ish, 50 quid-ish. That's what we're heading for now. So before midday, hopefully by midday, should be, heading towards 60 odd quid with a bit of luck. And most importantly of all, that today's 14 hours, so by 6 o'clock tonight I want to be in treble figures and a bit, so maybe we want to be into 3 figures really by 6 o'clock tonight. So we're going to be here till late tonight, 14 hours altogether, so we're going to be here till gone midnight, and hopefully it'll give us what we need, because as I said before, I don't really want to be here, but okay, thank you, bye bye. Go. Right, just dropped off in Broughton. So we went from Chester, now we're in North Wales, just in North Wales, and we are in Broughton. So the job I just done then was from Chester, just outside the city centre. It took me 14 minutes to do it, 14 minutes and 56 seconds. The distance on it was 9.4 miles, and I was paid £11.39. That, my friends, is one of the reasons why this job is losing its appeal to me to drive on. Because once upon a time, in the old days when Uber first came into the northwest of England, then they were just taking 20% commission from the job. So that job, going to 9.4 miles, would have been a lot more. But times change, and the magic of Uber is wearing a very thin but some drivers are loving it. Some drivers are smashing it. Other drivers aren't. Makes you think.
Isn't it any wonder why drivers are getting more and more fed up and upset and pissed off with Uber? Because this job I'm doing now, I'm going from the Wirral over to Liverpool. And for this job, I'm getting paid £14. Now back on the base companies, this job where I'm going to in Liverpool from the Wirral would be at least 20 quid. At least 20 quid. But on Uber, it's 14. And I'm going back 8 years. 8 years. And I was getting paid to do this job. This exact job I'm doing now.
So it's now time to have a look at the brand new motor. This is it. It's the Renault Capture Hybrid. This is the top spec one, and look at this down here. It's got gold plating on it, gold round the front and on the side bumpers. We've got gold down here all the way along, gold. Boot space here, that's quite adequate, isn't it? That's quite big on the boot down there. Reasonable size boot. And it's underneath here, the bottom section, the 2 sections of boot, which is very handy indeed. Nice design in the back, the seats down there, plenty of room down there, a nice seat design. As well is loads of room in the front, loads of cabin space and a nice radio as well. Of course, as always, hybrid, automatic and a very smooth gearbox to boot. All in all, quite a nice car. Just done another fantastic Uber job from Warrington, from in the Grappenhall area of Warrington to West Derby here in Liverpool, and let's do this fantastic job details. Right, I drove for 31 minutes and 10 seconds. I drove for 20 miles, well 20.2 miles to be precise, and I was paid the massive amount of £25.21. These prices are silly. £1.45 a litre for unleaded, £1.55 a litre for diesel, and we're doing jobs just over £1 a mile. Uber, what is going on with you? So now we're driving through Liverpool, and Liverpool again, Uber. There's so many down here in Liverpool. There is literally so many cars in this city now. Uber cars outnumber every other private hire operator in this city. Once upon a time, Liverpool, it was Delta. Delta dominated this city. I was on them for 10 years and everybody used Delta. The fares were low, but in comparison to the Uber fares, they weren't that low. But these Uber fares now are just absolutely ridiculous. So I think in 2024, as a private hire driver, and as I said before, 25 years experience, I think now you are driving longer hours for the money which you were earning years ago. So I feel now, as an Uber driver, and if you feel the same, bang a comment down below, that if you started when I started, which was over 8 years ago, I'm sure we were doing better money than what we're doing now. I'm sure I was picking up sales jobs left, right and centre. And if you're an older Uber driver, you remember this, the bonuses. We got bonuses. I used to get bonuses. If you worked a weekend, you got bonuses for working weekends. Them bonuses now are long gone. I remember picking up once a 350 quid bonus on Uber for doing so many jobs. Oh, remember the old days? You'd get your bonus in. You'd do so many jobs, you get a bonus. Oh, those were the days. You had something to really aim for. Now you're just plodding along like everybody else. And of course, Uber don't need to offer bonuses now at all. They can just do what they like, because they've got so many drivers on the platform now that they can do exactly what they want to do. They can say, we're going to make it 80p a mile, and everyone will go, yeah, okay, yeah, just do another few hours a day. Because really, they've got you by the short and curlies now. Uber have got us all by the short and curlies, which is quite sad, really. Just at the start of the rush hour in Liverpool, in the Holt Road area of Liverpool, and I'm on 3 figures now, so that's good, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And I can safely say in Liverpool that the art of conversation is now officially dead. I thought Scousers were dead chatty and really, you know, into conversations. No. Everyone. Just on the way to a job now, 3 minutes away, picking up Chris. This job is worth a £5. We're in the Ellesmere Port area. We're just coming to the end now of the evening rush hour. So after this one, we'll be into the evening, hopefully busy Friday evening shift. But on Uber, you never know. And then suddenly it was dark. So we'll plough on and do the last bit of the shift, and then we'll come back and give you the most important thing of all, which is how much money I've made today in 14 hours.
Lost in the haze, my mind starts to wander, drifting away like a ship without a rudder, breathing in the air, the atmosphere alive, a whisper in my ear, taking me on a ride. Colors start to blend as the horizon unfolds, a canvas of dreams where stories are told. The melody dances with the wind's gentle sway, taking me deeper into the unknown astray. Into the abyss, I'll let myself go on, floating with the rhythm as the moments flow. In this atmospheric aura, I find.
Well, that's it. We're done. If you can see me, in the pitch black, we're done. So, what did I make today? Well, we did 260 quid in 14 hours. And you might think, okay, 260 quid in 14 hours, that's not too bad. But take off your expenses from that, and it's pretty naff. 14 hours of slog with quiet bits, sitting around bits. And again, the passengers today, yet again, nobody spoke to me again. It's weird. I don't know, at the minute the job just seems to be in a downward spiral. The job just seems now that it's just going down. Uber is not the same. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just in a bad frame of mind. Maybe I'm fed up with the job, which I am now. But maybe it's just me. But is it just me? The fares all seem low, and everything just seems hard work. And you know, today the job I did before from Warrington to West Derby, it was at 25 quid. Again, you know, not great, is it really? And I've had to graft today. I've had to slog it out today for the money I've made, which after X's ain't great really at all. So, you know, what can you do? But what I won't do is ever go back to a base company. I'll never do that. If I come off Uber, I'll come off the trade altogether, and that's it. But I don't know. What do you think? Is the trade going down? And what about robo-taxi coming on now as well? With robo-taxi in a few years' time, we'll all be out of a job anyway. Because that's the next step in it. It's already launched now in America. When it launches in the UK, which it will do in a few years' time, that's another game changer. That could be the end of the line for us all. I just think the trade now is altering. It's altered a lot. And the problem is as well, and I'm not having a go at Wolverhampton drivers at all here, but Wolverhampton Council has now made it so easy to pick up a badge. You don't really need anything now to get a badge anymore. Where when I took my badge, you did need to know that you need to know the knowledge. You had to do a sit down exam on the knowledge. That's all well gone now. So it's just easy to get a badge. So people exploiting that, and badges are everywhere. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Next video coming up, we're going to catch up with Lee. Believe it or not, well, believe it because he's told me and it's true. I've seen it. Lee has been with Uber 4 months. 4 months, and he's a platinum driver. I hit platinum after about 4 years of being on the platform, and I only kept it for 3 months. I went back down to gold again. So to keep platinum, and he will get diamond next. So that's the other side of the coin. We're going to catch up with Lee and find out how he's getting on with Uber. Obviously, he's doing very well because he's a platinum in 4 months. He'll be diamond in the next quarter. I pretty much imagine it will be diamond in the next quarter. That's we're going to catch up with Lee, and after that, the video after that, we're going to compare. Well, we're going to try and compare anyway. Nights versus days. One video spread across one day shift and one night shift, and we're going to see which one is better to do. That's day versus nights. Which one makes you more money in 2024, if any? Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you on the next one.